Take a look at the Tell the Tape for our first bout of the evening. Two young prospects. You see Stevens giving away quite a bit as far as the height advantage is concerned. Dirrell at 6'2". The weigh-in tonight on our unofficial scales, Dirrell gained just 1 pound, while Stevens moved up quite a bit in weight, picking up nearly 10 pounds. Let's take a look at the rules with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Andre Dirrell Curtis Stevens fight is scheduled for 10 rounds, non-title, using the unified rules that you see on your screen. Bob, real quick, the 4 criteria that the judges will use to score each individual round: clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense, with a strong emphasis on clean, effective punching. Bob!
Here comes 23-year-old Andre Dirrell, decorated amateur, 2-time U.S. champion, a bronze medalist at the 2004 Olympic Games, a natural lefty. He fights ambidextrous. Lennox, can he take this a long way, fighting both right-handed and left-handed?
Well, the fact that he started like that and he believes that's how he fights, I think it's going to be great, because he's going to confuse a lot of his opponents. You know, they're going to see one style, and then when they get hurt, all of a sudden he's going to switch and he's going to confuse them. And, you know, you don't see many boxers that box this type of style. Marvelous Marvin Hagler used to box that style, you know, a great fighter. And his style right now is a growing style that needs a lot of work, but I believe that he's going to give a lot of boxers problems out there.
Time for a closer look at Andre Dirrell with Larry Merchant.
Andre Dirrell and his brother Anthony were raised and trained by their grandfather, Leon Dawson, who was an amateur in Louisville at the time that Muhammad Ali, then Cassius Clay, was coming up. There is a connection with Ali. Here you see the young, beautiful Muhammad Ali, then Cassius Clay, posing with the mother of the Dirrell brothers as an infant. And there you see the family with Leon Lawson to the left of Ali, the brothers to his right, and Dirrell, Andre Dirrell said of that meeting, he smiled until his jaw hurt.
He'd like to continue that smile tonight with a victory in his young professional career. That's a closer look at Andre Dirrell. Here comes Curtis Stevens out of Brooklyn, New York. Curtis Stevens, another top U.S. amateur, who last summer, against an opponent who came in on short notice, Marcos Primera, had the fight in control. He got stopped in the 8th round. He's since won his last 4. Lennox, is that loss necessarily a bad thing?
I don't think it's a bad thing, because he's still a young boxer. You know, when you go into a lot of fights and you knock a lot of people out, you kind of lose focus and realize that you believe that you can knock everybody out. But not everybody you can knock out, and he kind of punched himself out in that fight, so I'm sure he learned a lot from it.
Larry, let's take a closer look at Curtis Stevens.
Curtis Stevens, although he started boxing at the age of 5, went on to play football in high school, where he was an all-star middle linebacker in Brooklyn. The part of Brooklyn he comes from, Brownsville, where some fighters named Tyson and Bowe and Briggs and Judah come from, but he says all of them fell off, got too relaxed when they got to the top. He says it won't happen to him. And one of the unusual aspects of this young man's young professional career is that his mother, who is a counselor in the juvenile justice system in New York, often rides a bicycle behind him for her training early in the mornings.
Question tonight is, can Stevens stop Dirrell from running? Time for the formal introductions. Here's our ring announcer, Greg Dubin.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Mohegan Sun Arena in beautiful Uncasville, Connecticut, where tonight HBO presents an evening of world-class boxing for your pleasure. Tonight's fights are promoted by DeBella Entertainment and sponsored by LocateStock.com, FreeTheFan.com, TalkSports, Win Prizes, FreeTheFan.com, and the Connecticut Defenders, Connecticut's hometown team. This bout is sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulations, Chairman of the Tribe, Bruce Bosom. The three judges scoring this bout on the 10-point must system: Tommy Kazmarek, Don Trella, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Richard Flaherty. And now, 10 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing first to my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing white with green trim, weighing in officially at 167 pounds. His professional record is perfect, with 11 wins, 7 coming by way of knockout. From Flint, Michigan, Andre the Matrix Dirrell. And his opponent to my right, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing white with black, weighing in officially at 166 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 17 wins, 1 loss, 12 wins coming by way of big knockout. From the Brownsville section of Brooklyn, New York, he's one half of the Chin Checkers, Curtis Showtime Stevens.
Andre.
Okay, gentlemen, we're going to go 10 rounds. I want a good, clean, professional fight. I want you to listen to me and obey my command. Okay, touch them up, guys. Very good.
Two young prospects like Stevens and Dirrell seldom meet at this early stage of their careers. It is a test for both of them.
And refreshing. Dirrell has his grandfather, Leon Lawson, tattooed on his back. His daughter, Anacia Lawson, just over a year old, tattooed on his chest. He'll be changing his name to Lawson. No relationship with his father. His grandfather has raised him. Round number 1, scheduled for 10.
Curtis Stevens said he's going to give Dirrell a whole heap of pressure and stay right on him from the first bell. He just wants to crowd him.
Lennox, the jab of Dirrell, I would think, would be important to control range here.
Well, he's doing that. He's putting it out a little further from his body, trying to get the range so he can throw it and get his combinations off. He's pretty composed right now at the moment, seeing what he can see and seeing what he can work.
Stevens said he wants to keep the pressure on, but not be reckless. Both fighters have been hurt in their career. Dirrell was down in May of last year. Alfonso Rocha dropped him. Stevens hurt and stopped by Marcos Primera last July. There's the switch from left-handed to orthodox, and then Dirrell goes right back.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, confusing your opponent. He does it so well that even Curtis can't even see when he switches.
Can he stabilize himself where he can sit down and throw hard punches if he's constantly looking to switch from one side to the other?
I believe that he's looking to switch and seeing what side's more effective for him in this particular fight.
Dirrell switches right-handed. Works his jab. He's a natural lefty. Does everything left-handed. Lennox, do you like what you see out of Dirrell so far from a movement standpoint?
Yeah, he moves very well on his feet. He's not getting hit. He's keeping the fight at a distance, which he should. He's using his size and reach, which shows good training, good coaching from his uncle. This is what you need to do. You don't need to take any unnecessary shots. Control the action in the ring, and you know, make the guy do what you want him to do. He knows Curtis is going to come in, and he just wants to meet him with some shots. Right now, he's making up his mind which shots to throw, waiting for that perfect opportunity.
Yeah, but if you wait for perfect opportunities, they may be far and few between, and you get a round like this.
Stevens doing a lot of following of Andre Dirrell as we hit the end of round number 1.
Like that. Bang him up. You hear me? Push him against the rope and muscle him up.
All right? Sharp defense, though. All right, I worked hard for this. Good round, baby. Short right hand, all right? Don't reach for him. Don't reach for him because he's trying to slide out the pocket. Short right hand, bring back the hook, all right? Quick shots inside, all right? But you got to get in there and muscle him a bit. You got to muscle him.